ICE presence at immigration courts. Bay Area immigration lawyers say this past week 4 people were arrested by ICE agents near the San Francisco courthouse. Similar detentions have been recorded in other major areas, including New York, Boston, and Seattle. ICE agents have been reported in hallways and waiting rooms, and lawyers say their clients have been afraid to show up at hearings, which could have major legal consequences. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Fox 40 News at 5, I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Harriman. Today, dozens of supporters stood outside of Sacramento's immigration courthouse, speaking out on what they're calling unconstitutional arrests. Fox 40's Kimberly Cruz joining us live at 5 with those details. Kimberly.
Eric and Nikki, advocates who work closely with the immigrant community, say that as of yesterday, there have been 3 arrests made by ICE right here at the Sacramento Immigration Court. Now, earlier today, a press conference was held right outside of the courthouse. There were dozens of community members, organizations, and even Sacramento City Council member Mai Vang was present. Now, this press conference was held at the same time as another one in San Francisco.
Local immigration advocates standing shoulder to shoulder
to end the dehumanization of immigrants, which is ultimately simply a tool to divide us.
Taking a stance against recent ICE arrests made across multiple immigration courthouses in the region and even nationally.
These ICE operations are designed to intimidate, isolate, and deport people without legal recourse. But we are here to say we won't let fear stand in for justice.
ICE agents have reportedly been seen waiting in the hallways right outside of courtrooms. It's a tactic Marcus Tang with the California Immigration Project says ICE hasn't used before.
Immediately after dismissing these cases, the judge is dismissing the cases, there's ICE agents waiting right outside the courtroom, so on the 4th floor, to arrest the individuals who had just had their cases dismissed. And in the cases for those who had their cases dismissed, we think that the individuals are being placed in expedited removal. And what we're really seeing and afraid of is that these tactics are scaring people to not go to court because they're worried about getting arrested.
Sacramento City Council member Mai Vang says she's felt that sense of fear firsthand.
I have uncles and aunties, family members that came here as refugees, and they are scared. They are scared. We have many members in the Hmong community that live in fear, and we want to share with them that we're going to do everything we can to protect them.
Local immigration and community members are taking action against these arrests, providing free legal services and distributing information to immigrants about their rights.
We just want to remind the community and folks that they're not alone. There are people that are fighting for you and showing up for you each and every day, and to seek out resources in your area.
Amplifying their voices and standing together in solidarity, hoping the immigrant community in Sacramento can feel supported and not afraid.
Every family deserves the chance to stay united, to thrive together, and to build a future without fear of separation from their loved ones.
Now, there are a number of resources that are available for free, including a network of attorneys that are offering their legal assistance. It's called AOD, or Attorney of Their Day, and they're providing representation to those who have court hearings and may need it. Now, advocates say that their main message here is that they hope that those that do have these court hearings continue to show up. Live in Sacramento, covering local news that matters, Kimberly Cruz, Fox 40 News.
Kimberly, thank you, and we'll stick with this for a minute here. So when asked for a response to the arrest, the Department of Homeland Security sent us this statement, and this is a quote. Again, Department of Homeland Security: most aliens who illegally entered the United States within the past 2 years are subject to expedited removals. Biden ignored this legal fact and chose to release millions of illegal aliens, including violent criminals, into the country with a notice to appear before an immigration judge. ICE is now following the law and placing these illegal aliens in expedited removal, as they always should have been.
The U.S. Justice